What is the purpose of the map Southeast Asia Sea and the history?
Century by century, maybe we break down highlights the Southeast Asia Sea. So prehistoric era, BC 5000 and earlier, and rising sea levels caused significant geographic changes in Southeast Asia, leading to the formation of maritime routes. So Austronesian peoples originating from Taiwan began migrating southwest by outrigger boat using monsoon winds for the better farmland. They expanded through the maritime Southeast Asia Sea, the Pacific Ocean, and eventually reached Hawaii by BC 202. And second stage, 3rd century BC to 2nd century AD, Han Dynasty in China. Han Dynasty is the first dynasty empire, BC 202 to AD 220. So Han Dynasty, they conquered neighboring kingdoms through military conquests and imposed tributary systems. Trade was strictly controlled by Chinese emperor, prohibiting private trading. So 3rd century AD, 3rd century to 10th century, post-Han to Tang Dynasty. So the tributary system continued with limited private trade activity. Actually, China is prohibit private trading. So neighboring kingdoms relied in the Chinese emperor's exclusive authority to distribute goods such as silk and porcelain. So maritime trade routes began gaining importance, although trade was predominantly controlled by the Chinese states. It's true. But sea route by Arabian, Indian, and Southeast Asian people used this sea route. 11th century to 13th century Song Dynasty, first time China, they opened private trading. So this period increased the interaction between Chinese traders and Southeast Asian merchants, fostering trade in the region, private trade. Only 2 centuries in Chinese history. 14th century to 16th century, Ming Dynasty. The rise of Ming Dynasty marked the prohibition of maritime trade, the same as the emperor sought to clamp down on foreign trade, limit private merchant activity, same. And the trade in the Southeast Asia Sea during this period was dominated by South Asian ships, especially those owned by Japanese and Malay merchants based in Malacca. So Islam spread across the maritime Silk Road, influencing coastal regions. That is Ming Dynasty, 200 years. 15th century to 19th century, European colonizer time, Portuguese navigators coined the term South China Sea during the 15th century, and by their own convenience, they called South China Sea, whole area of sea area. So from 15th to 19th centuries, European powers, especially Portuguese and Spanish, later other colonized British and Netherlands, controlled the trade routes and the sea itself. By the 19th century, the Qing dynasty had withdrawn its naval presence from the region of South Asia Sea because they bankrupt. They cannot run navy anymore, starting from Ming Dynasty, 16th century. So, 20th century now, the People's Republic of China began asserting 90% claims over Southeast Asia Sea, but lacked historical evidence of exclusive domination for the 1,900 years prior. There are no any historical evidence. Let's just explain the century by century what happened in Southeast Asia Sea.
What is the power of the map of Southeast Asia Sea?
Map have a power, actually. The life of military power is limited by the change of political leadership. But the historical map is forever. by the power of the education. The 9-dash line made by political reason by China, but Southeast Asia Sea will be substituted by the historical reason on the map. So education is more powerful than politics and militaries. So we have to define clearly our sovereign right of our sea as a regional sea. Southeast Asia Sea is the way to keep our sovereignty. Yes.
This century-by-century breakdown highlights the evolving geopolitical, cultural, and economic dynamics of the Southeast Asia Sea, influence in the region transitioned over time, beginning with the Austronesian sailors, followed by Chinese dynasties, Indian and Islamic merchants, Southeast Asian traders, and ultimately European colonizers. Can you explain?
We can divide the prehistoric era, so BC 5000 and earlier. So that time, what happened in this Southeast Asia? Rising sea levels caused significant geographic changes in Southeast Asia, leading to formation of maritime routes. So almost 120 meters over sea level up, all connected with the Taiwan and Taipei, Philippines, and Indonesia, Malaysia, looks like a connected one, become island, isolated. And then from Taiwan, they are moving to west by the monsoon using outrigger boat to till the Hawaii, BC 202, almost 5,000 years. So this sea, that time, maritime Southeast Asia Sea, they are using people moving for the better farmland. This is 5,000. That time, the sea area, this maritime Southeast Asia Sea, 5,000 years. And then China, first kingdom, like Han Dynasty starting BC 202, AD 220. Then Han Dynasty, they say their South China Sea, they say South Sea, in between Hainan Island and Strait of Taiwan. That's all. And this one continue going on. Next, Tang Dynasty, and then Ming Dynasty, and Song Dynasty, Ming Dynasty, and Qing Dynasty. All dynasty, they for them, South Sea or South China Sea is but just above the 20-degree north latitude between Hainan Island and the Strait of Taiwan. That is their history. The location of South China Sea is over there, like just northern part of Batanes, Philippine Batanes, that area.